Office for the day. Ready to work. It's my office for the day. Publisher journey. I just worked on my next book, HowExpert Guide to Volunteering. Okay, stay tuned. I literally spent 90 minutes doing the content from start to finish. Came out to around 28,000 words. Again, I publish quick how-to guides for HowExpert. Okay, not just super long books, quick how-to guides. So stay tuned. Okay. Yeah, so I was also recording the process. I might release the video, make it public, because for training or just to give free content, or for training for my team members in the future, so I can delegate this process instead of doing it all by myself. So we'll see. I don't know yet, but yeah, the book is pretty much done in terms of the content. But again, 28,000 words is a little bit less than I prefer. I prefer it to be at least, ideally around 35,000 words plus, because sometimes if I hire a narrator, the length can be under 3 hours. And if it's under 3 hours, it's the price is a 2-hour 59-minute audio versus a 3-hour audio. The price is slashed in half if it's under 3 hours. So that's why I prefer it to be over 30,000 words. 30,000 words usually translates into 3 hours in audio. So around 35,000 words is a sweet spot for a 3-hour audio. Just in case, okay, if the narrator's slower at reading or faster at reading or whatnot. So yeah, the volunteer book is pretty much finished, but I'm going to go into it again and look into the chapters that are kind of shorter and lengthen it. If it needs any fixing, I'll fix certain things. I might actually expand it to 40,000, 45,000 words. Okay, ultimately, I want to create the best 100% quick how-to guide about volunteering, and then I'll publish it. After that, I'm moving on to my next topics. I haven't decided yet what topic to create and publish yet. So we'll see what to do next. Due to this LA fire incident, I decided to do 2 books about, related to this natural disaster that unfortunately happened. One about emergency preparedness, which I published before, and another one about volunteering. Okay, and I might go back into doing books about collectibles, or I have so many other book ideas that I have already lined up. The outline is done, but we will see what to do. I prefer to be all organized instead of just randomly picking any topic. So right now I was doing some books about collectibles, antiques and collectibles. So, I did one about sneaker collecting. I did one about stamp collecting. I did one about coin collecting, So I might stay in that lane and finish up all the essential collectibles type of topics. There's other things to do. Jewelry collecting. Maybe I'll do watch collecting. Who knows? I'm going to do some research after I finish my next book, volunteering, and we'll go from there. Other than that, another big project I'm working on is, last year I didn't really do a lot of audiobooks. I published over 60 plus books, and there's 70 ACX projects lined up where I didn't hire a narrator yet, because I have so many audiobooks that I need to do. Back in the days, I used to publish only about 2 to 4 books a month. So the budget to hire a narrator was a lot more doable. But now I have 70 plus audiobooks that need to be done. Matter of fact, closer to 100, actually. because I didn't list some of my newer books as a job on ACX. Well, my point is this: I have to turn 100 books that have already been published on Amazon and all the platforms as ebooks, paperback, hardback books, into audiobooks. This year, 2025, my next goal is to ideally do 100 audiobooks for those 100 books that I need. Matter of fact, I hired one narrator just recently, past few days and whatnot, and that person is going to be turning one 3-hour, 30,000 word book into a 3-hour audiobook. So 3-hour audiobook, and yeah, my goal is to finish 100 books, 100 audiobooks ASAP. And but the challenge I'm running into right now is because I have 100 audiobooks, like my narrators I'm looking for. I'm going to be honest with you. Not every audiobook I do, just like not every book I do, sells. Okay? Just like the 80-20 rule, most of my books that I publish don't sell. Believe it or not. Okay? And especially audiobooks. They don't sell any copies on books. Even books. The way I'm staying afloat with my business is the 80-20 rule. The 20% of the books make all the money, 80% of the results. You know? So what I'm trying to do is I'm looking for the best narrators as possible, but people I can work with my budget, you know? And what narrators I don't think seem to understand is this is not just a paid project. It's also an opportunity to get your name out there working with my brand, because I publish it to all the audiobook platforms on Amazon, Audible, iTunes, and other sources like Spotify, which everyone's on, right? And your name will be featured as a narrator for that book. So that opportunity alone, if I was a narrator, I would even do a book for free if I had to. But I feel like some narrators only look at like how much they're getting paid, which is understandable. But it's like it's an opportunity to get your name out there, build your resume, work with a brand that has published hundreds of books on all topics A to Z, and go from there. So if you're a narrator and you can work with my budget, or I sent you an offer, see the big picture. It's not just about you getting paid one time, and that's the only thing that you benefit from. You benefit from being able to be published worldwide to all the major platforms out there. Okay? So I usually have a per finished hour budget that I work with, but for budget purposes, because I have so many audiobooks that I need to do, 100 plus, and the reality is that not every book sells, I'm looking for narrators who can work with my budget right now. It's not my normal budget, but guess what? Maybe we can work multiple projects. Who knows? So if you're a narrator, you're interested in working for doing an audiobook, and you want your name featured on Amazon, Audible, Apple, Spotify, and additional audiobook stores, to build your resume and get your name featured on these main audio platforms, so you can get even more jobs in the long run, long term, then go send me your best auditions for my audiobook projects. And if I send you an offer, I'm not going to negotiate back and forth, to be honest with you. Because like I said, majority of my audiobooks, even if I hire you, don't sell. Follow the 80-20 rule. I don't know which one will sell or not most of the time. Okay? So I'm not here to go back and forth with you want this type per finished hour over 100. I cannot afford that right now. $100 per finished hour, 100. Some people say 150. You know, my normal rate is $50 per finished hour. Even that is to recoup that money back. It could take a year or years. Do you understand? And majority of the time, because the 80-20 rule, most of the books don't sell, I don't even make that money back. The narrators don't seem to understand that, you know? And my books are longer these days. Some projects are not just 3 hours, they're 5 hours. Some are up to 8 hours, 10 hours long, 100,000 word books. So if you can work with my budget, you're a narrator, send me your best auditions and accept my offer when I send it to you. The reason I send you an offer is because I like your auditions, okay? And I don't send auditions to just anyone. I listen to hundreds of auditions per book. Each of my books get over 100 auditions, many of them. And I send offer to 1 or maybe 2 people at most. So I'm already interested. But if you cannot work my budget, I'll have to move on to the next narrator. Simple as that, okay? So that's pretty much it. Publisher journey. I'm looking for audiobook narrators. I even posted a job on Upwork, looking for narrators there. Whether it's from ACX or Upwork, I'm going to find the narrator I can work with and publish 100+ books, audiobooks this year, ideally, okay? On top of that, create 100 new books as well. Thanks for watching. I got to go. Talk soon, all right? Take care. Talk soon. HowExpert.